Well, the interesting thing about entrepreneurs is there's actually 8 different mindsets, because you can talk about different successful entrepreneurs and they fall into 8 different categories. For example, there's one's called a creator, which is somebody who's very creative, always thinks up new ideas, probably somebody better at starting things and finishing things. So a good example of that would be, say, Richard Branson or Bill Gates. Then there's what's called a star, which is somebody who's got a big brand. So it could be an Oprah Winfrey or a Tiger Woods, or perhaps even a Mike Southon, somebody who's always working on their own brand and they're famous and they have teams of people who do stuff leveraging off their brand. Then there's what's called a supporter, which is not really a very good title. Probably the better title is something like a CEO, someone like Jack Welch or Steve Ballmer at Microsoft, who works with Bill Gates. And these are people who build teams. They're very extrovert and they build teams. They know the right people to put together to make something successful. Another type is a deal maker. Somebody who always does deals, like a Rupert Murdoch or a Donald Trump. They're always in the papers because they've done some fantastic deal with, could be anything, could be newspapers, could be television. It's just they've done a deal. Another type is a trader. This is somebody who deals in stocks and shares or currency. So it could be someone like George Soros, who it's all about timing. It's all about getting the timing right. And they're very unemotional about stock, as Gordon Gekko told us to be in Wall Street. There's another type called an accumulator. This is a bit like Warren Buffett, who you may know. I think he's the richest man in the world now. And he finds an idea. He doesn't think of the idea. He finds an idea like Pepsi-Cola, buys 75% of it, or Walmart, and he accumulates the asset over years. So he'll build up an asset. Very introverted kind of guy. If you walk down the street now, you wouldn't recognize him. He has a modest car and a modest suit. Then there's what's called a lord, which again is not a great title. I see it more like a chief financial officer, somebody who can make money out of cash flow. So some of the great entrepreneurs of the past, like Carnegie in Scotland or